Hey, hello. Have you ever realized that everybody's mind works exactly the same way? It's just programmed differently. So think about it. Your mind works the same as that of Elon Musk. Your mind works the same as that of Oprah Winfrey. Your mind works the same as the Dalai Lama or Nelson Mandela. It's just programmed differently. Hi, my name is Anton Bennink, and in this podcast, the Freedom Lifestyle Show, I share with whoever is willing to listen what I come across in my daily life throughout my studies on the subject of human potential. And I hope to be able to be of service to you watching this. And understanding the mind is something that is essential. Earl Nightingale put it, your world is a living expression of how you are using and have used your mind. How your mind is programmed determines what you experience in your external world. Our mind works on three different planes. Our mind works on the spiritual plane. Our mind works on the intellectual plane. And our mind works on the physical plane. Because when we look at it, our body is an instrument of the mind. And the mind, there's different parts to it. We've got our conscious mind and we've got our subconscious mind. And our conscious mind, you can look at it as a way that it's got certain antennae hooked up to it. And these antennae are our sensory factors. We can hear, we can see, we can smell, we can taste, and we can touch. And throughout school, throughout life, in general, we are taught that these sensory factors show us how we are supposed to think, what we're supposed to do, what we can decide to do and what we cannot decide to do. When we use these sensory factors to look at our circumstances, and we decide what we want based upon our circumstances, then we let our circumstances determine what our life is going to be like. So in essence, when we live based upon our sensory factors, when we live based upon what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, we live in reverse. Because that which we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, we already got in our lives. So we don't have to focus on that anymore. If we want to create a better life for ourselves, if we want to create better health, better relationships, more wealth, more inner peace, we gotta stop looking at our circumstances. We gotta stop using our sensory factors in a way that we use them to decide what we do and what we not do. We got to start using the higher faculties of our mind. And the higher faculties of our mind are also in our conscious, in our thinking mind. But the higher faculties of our mind, they give us the opportunity, the only opportunity as far as we know of out of the animal kingdom, to create something that we want. Because that hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and touching that we focus upon in our daily lives, let's be honest to ourselves. A lot of us have got pets. I've got a little dog. My little dog can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. So that's, if I base my life upon that, then I'm not much, well, I'm not saying I'm better than my dog, but I believe that I've got a higher level of consciousness. But if I live based upon hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and touching, I'm not making use of my higher consciousness. And my higher consciousness constitutes on a thinking level on higher faculties of the mind. And these higher faculties of the mind are our reasoning factor. Our reasoning factor is superbly important. And a lot of the things that we do today are caused by a time in our life when we haven't developed our thinking yet, when we haven't developed our reasoning factor yet. Because our reasoning is our ability to accept an idea or to reject an idea. If you think an idea is good, you can be like, yes, I'll accept that. And once an idea is accepted, it is transferred to your subconscious mind. And once it's transferred to your subconscious or your emotional mind expresses through the body. So that turns into results. When you reject an idea, it is not impressed upon your subconscious mind. So it won't be expressed through your body. And once you start to consciously accept and reject ideas, you're going to start to consciously make use of your higher faculties. And you're going to actually raise your awareness. That's all I'm trying to do by sharing these videos. That's all I'm trying to do by sharing the lessons that I come across in my life. Helping you raise your awareness so that you too can lift yourself to whatever it is that you so desire. Because everything is already here. Nothing is created nor destroyed. And it comes to us by us rising in awareness. So we've got our reasoning factor. We've got our perception. Wayne Dyer put that so beautifully when he said, when you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes. When I shoot a video like this and I share it, some people will be like, I hate it. Other people will be like, I love it. It's the same video. It's different people's perception of it. Once you learn to use your perception to the benefit of the good that you desire, you're using another one of your higher faculties of the mind. Then we've got our memory. And so many people say, I've got a horrible memory, or I'm horrible with names. Our memory is perfect. It's one of the higher faculties of the mind. It's just that in general we don't know how to develop our memory or how to really use our memory. Our memory, like, do you have an image of what your memory is? Or do you then think of your brain? Your memory is not your brain. Your memory is a concept, a higher faculty of the mind that is perfect when utilized in the right way. When utilized in the right way, whenever you need something, it will come to you. And whenever it's not needed, it's not there. And when you think you need something and it isn't there, you know that that wasn't what you needed. Use your memory in the right way. Train it. Become great with names. Remember everyone's name that you've got. Memory is developed by ridiculous association. There's this book called The Memory Book. And you can train your memory by studying it. I suggest you do. Use your higher faculties to the best of your ability for the good that you desire. We've got our imagination. Our imagination, as Napoleon Hill said, is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world has ever known. I must agree, because our imagination is our true force to be able to create something on the screen of our mind of that which we want. And then we can use another higher faculty of the mind, our will, which is our ability to focus on one thing to the exclusion of all others. So when we create an image on the screen of our mind of something that we want, and we use our will to keep our focus upon it, we can move into its direction until we've arrived. Just like when you want to move from Amsterdam to Paris. Once you put an image, say you're in Amsterdam, you put an image on your mind, screen of the mind of Paris. You can move towards its direction until you're there. And that works with everything the same. It is by universal law. Like goal setting, that is an intellectual process. Goal achieving, that's a lawful process. For example, you have to do with the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You have to do with the law of vibration. You have to do with the law of gender. And once you start understanding these different laws, you can use them to create the good that you desire, easily and effortlessly. Fascinating, isn't it? Last but not least, and I'm going over these higher faculties of the mind, because once you understand these, you can use them to create the good that you desire. And if you don't understand them, perhaps you're an unconscious competent. But most people that don't understand these things don't know how to use the lawful process of achieving goals. This last higher faculty of the mind is our intuition. Our intuition is our ability to read energy. Pick up how somebody feels without them telling you how they feel. Are they excited? Are they sad? Are they trying to hide that they're not feeling well? When you're standing in a shopping mall and you feel somebody staring at you, you turn around, oh hell yeah, somebody's staring at you. Oh, that person from so long time ago, I haven't seen him. Hey, how are you doing? That's our intuition, our ability to pick up and read energy. You can develop it and you can have it guide you. And once you start to learn to have your feeling, that silent inner voice, that intuition guide you, you're going to live a magical life because you're going to be in alignment with your true self. The I am that I am presence behind the thinking mind. Because who is it that thinks? What is it that thinks? That's the real you. That is the I am that I am. That is the you behind the you, the true self. I've gone a little bit deep, but that has to happen sometimes when you talk about the mind. Because the mind is everything, and once we understand how to use everything that is, we're going to be in harmonious balance with everything that is. How amazing would that be? Are you interested to make use of these higher faculties and live in harmony with the universal laws to be able to set the goals that you so desire and achieve them in a lawful, effortless, and easy process? Then let's hop on a free strategy call. You can book it in the description below. My friend, don't forget to live with love and live with passion. Namaste.